Hello my Wolfpack and welcome to the LDL Gigantamax League Week 7 Team Builder. Wow, that is a lot to say, and yeah, I got, I don't know. Yes, this week we are battling Vulpix and the Welsh Dragonairs. Now, we have battled Vulpix before. We did win, I think 3-0 on that one. Vulpix is relatively new to draft format, so I'm not going to say this week's going to be an easy week because there are a few threats on the team. Zero Aura and like Scarf Darmanitan G could definitely wreck through my team quite easily. So I do have to be very, very cautious of those. Obviously Melodic here. Melodic is very bulky. It can definitely deal with a lot of different things here. Nidoking can just be problematic in general. You've got Talonflame on here, which, you know, if I don't look at it properly, it could definitely start to cause problems. Steelix even. Hydreigon, if that's Scarf, that could probably tear through as well. So yeah, lots and lots and lots of different things that can cause me a lot of problems on this team. Now my team, I have, I think, come up with a relative plan. The main plan of action is to try and get around Zero Aura without speeding it. And my first one, I've got a Zygarde. Now, Zero Aura does not get access to an Ice-type attack, and all other attacks it gets, I think it might get Play Rough. Can't actually remember, but planning around the Zero Aura with Zygarde is a relatively easy thing to do. As long as we don't see Play Rough, we're living fine. Now, move-wise, I've gone for 1000 Arrows because 1000 Arrows is just overpowered and just destroys everything. I mean, the Zero dies to it. Darmanitan doesn't want to take it. Mienshao doesn't really want to take it. Nidoking just straight dies. Gourgeist is a problem. That's why I've got Crunch. Melodic, you know, Ice Beam is definitely a huge, huge problem here. So I don't really want to stand against that. Slurpuff is 1000 Arrows will still do a lot. Talonflame 1000 Arrows will really hit hard. Same with Steelix. Hydreigon, I will probably go for a Skitter Smack. I did consider going for Outrage, but I thought if the Slurpuff comes, you know, that is a bit of a problem, especially Outrage obviously locks you in, and that just then gives her a couple of free turns potentially to do some stuff like Belly Drum with the Slurpuff quite freely. So that was why I didn't go for it. And Skitter Smack also lowers the special attack of the opposing Pokemon, so if it's the Hydreigon, for example, Draco Meteor, I can diminish that power a little bit and maybe live a hit, or possibly just force it into a position where it's not going to do as much damage to a different Pokemon. Crunch, Dragon Dance to 1, outspeed the Zero Aura, and 2, just get that power output up slightly more than it already was at. EV-wise, as I said, designed to outspeed Zero Aura plus 1. I've got a lot of attack output here, so I can hit a lot of things for a lot of damage. Realistically, this is going to be a breaker for the team and just cause a lot of problems for basically any mon except for the Melodic. Moving on to the second Pokemon. Oh, I apologise if I'm sniffing a lot. My hay fever is really playing up because it's the middle of summer and I haven't got any tablets. Second one we've got an Assault Vest Urshifu. Now, I considered going for Choice Scarf here, but then I thought, no, I've already got 2 Choice Scarfers on the team. I think Urshifu will probably live slightly better with an Assault Vest. Things like Slurpuff can't take it out with a Dazzling Gleam at that point. Yeah, so Assault Vest just seemed to be the right option here. Drain Punch, 1 gets me some recovery, 2 it's strong and stab. Believe it takes out the Darmanitan, hits the Mienshao really hard, it hits the Steelix really hard, the Hydreigon I think it might just straight take out, or Dino it probably just straight take out. Really good move, really solid use on that one. Surging Strikes, mostly goes for like Talonflame, even the Steelix, obviously crits on different things to be helpful. I think it just flat out takes out the Zero Aura if I can hit it. Nidoking goes down to Surging Strikes. U-turn in case I need to get out of there for any reason. Then we've got Thunder Punch for the Melodic. Realistically, the Melodic can't do too much to me unless it goes for the burn, and even then the Surging Strikes can still do a little bit of damage to it, so I'm not too concerned about Skull Burn on that. But yeah, I think Assault Vest is the right way to go this week. I've just got a lot of power output. I've gone for the max attack. I've gone for a lot of speed. That is to outspeed. There is a base... I think it's a Darmanitan that isn't Scarfed. So a Darmanitan that isn't Scarfed, I'm designed to outspeed. Yeah, and then the EVs are in the special defense are just to allow for the Assault Vest to have a little bit more. Moving on to our third Pokemon, we have got Galarian Zapdos. I'm just going to move out of the camera's eye for a second just to blow my nose because it is not nice. Alright, sorry about that. So we have Galarian Zapdos. Galarian Zapdos is a lot of fun to use. I've choice scarfed it this week because realistically it outspeeds the Zero Aura. Obviously, I think close combat has a chance to kill with this set, but it is a very low chance. I think it's like 6.8% or something. So I do need chip damage on the Zero Aura before coming in with Galarian Zapdos, but Galarian Zapdos can kind of tear through this team quite easily. Close combat on Zero Aura, Darmanitan, Brave Bird on the Mienshao, Stomping Tantrum on the Nidoking, Gourgeist, Brave Bird, Milotic, can be a problem. I'll probably U-turn out on that one. Slurpuff, realistically a Brave Bird does a lot of damage. Talonflame, again Brave Bird. Steelix, close combat or Stomping Tantrum. Hydreigon, we go for the U-turn, and Ordino, we go for close combat, so I can come in against almost any mon on this team without having to worry too much about the repercussions for it. The only big thing is obviously the Brave Bird. I do start to lose health quite quickly, so I do need to be very considerate of that. EV-wise, I'm designed to outspeed Zero Aura. That's all it is. If Start of Zero Aura came, which I don't expect it to come, I would honestly expect Zero Aura to be a more of a kind of bulky set because it can afford to lose the speed. Especially against my team, I think the fastest one I have is base 100 speed, which is the Zapdos. Maybe I have something a little bit higher. No, I have the 11 Ninetales, which is base 109, but yeah, realistically the Zero Aura can afford to lose a lot of speed and be a lot bulkier, so I do need to be considerate of that in the match. Moving on to our fourth Pokemon, we've got Decidueye. Now, Decidueye is mostly here for the Milotic check. I've gone for a special set because, realistically, a lot of my team was physical, and I thought if there's something burning, for example, Gourgeist, I want to be able to kind of get around that. So we've got Shadow Ball for the Gourgeist, mostly, but it also hits a lot of the other mons. We've got Leaf Storm, which hits the Milotic for super effective damage. Basically, that's it. But that's all I'm really needing Decidueye to do. It just needs to kind of break a few Pokemon on this team that I can't really answer elsewhere. Roost for recovery, because I think that's realistically going to be a good option. And even Toxic. You know, everything except Steelix here can be Toxic. Oh, and Nidoking can be Toxic. So, yeah, having that option is going to work quite nicely for me, I think. At least, I think. Gone defensive here because realistically having the max defense is a little bit more important than going for the damage output. It's a really good pivot switch in. I could have gone for like a U-turn on this set, but I just decided to go for what I decided to go for because I felt that that was going to work best. I think there might be a bit of switching here. I do need to be very cautious of things like Stealth Rock being set up. There are a couple of rock setters, but knowing Vulpix, she doesn't really set up hazards too often, so I've made the decision, whether that's good or bad, to not run any hazard removal on this team. Moving on to our fifth Pokemon, we have gone for Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales is going to be setting up Aurora Veil this week because reducing damage output is going to be really important. Moonblast because it hits a lot of the team. Mienshao, it hits the Hydreigon. It hits a lot of the other monsters in neutral. We've got Freeze Dry, purely there for the Milotic, because Milotic, again, as I said, I haven't got too many answers for. But it also can hit things like the Hydreigon for super effective damage, or the Hydreigon's hit by the Moonblast. But yeah, this is the main aim of Ninetales, set up the Aurora Veil, and that allows for me to be able to live a lot of different hits from a lot of different Pokemon. Ice Shard for some priority, because I have no priority on this team. So Ice Shard, because, you know, my week 3 match, I would have won it had I had Ice Shard, but I did not have Ice Shard, therefore I did not win it. Yeah, EV-wise, I've gone for max HP and 228 in speed. I can't remember the exact reasoning I went for that. I think to outspeed Mienshao, because obviously Moonblasting Mienshao is going to be a bit better if I don't have to take the damage from it. I know like things like Stone Edge can definitely be a big problem for me from the Mienshao, even like a Poison Jab as well can be a big problem. But yeah, that's Ninetales. Don't really have much more to say about it. It's just going to set up the Aurora Veil this week and hopefully get some chip damage off. And finally, we have got Darmanitan with another Choice Scarf. I don't think I've done anything different with Darmanitan so far this season, but that's because Choice Scarf Darmanitan is just mega. It's one of the top kill leaders in the league, which is really fantastic. But yeah, we've got Sheer Force on here because Zen mode just doesn't work. Flare Blitz because it just hits the majority of the team. The only thing it really doesn't hit is the Melodic. And probably the Talonflame, but even the Talonflame is going to take a bulk of damage from it. So Flare Blitz is just really, really powerful on Darmanitan. We've got Earthquake, which covers things like the Nidoking, and the Steelix as well, if I don't want to go for a Flare Blitz and lose the health. We've got Body Slam. I thought Body Slam just kind of covers neutral on the majority of other Pokemon. Flare Blitz covers the Gourgeist, which is the only one. The Gourgeist and the Steelix, which is the only mons that aren't going to take too much damage from the Body Slam, so I thought Body Slam would work. And then we've got U-Turn to get out there, because sometimes we might need to get out there. I've gone for max hit attack and max speed on this thing with Jolly. That's because I want to outspeed a Scarf. Well, I want to match, that's the word, match speed of Galarian Darmanitan. Matching the speed of Galarian Darmanitan if it's Scarfed, because then I have a chance to outspeed it and hopefully hit with a Flare Blitz, because realistically I think it gets Earthquake, and if it hits me with Earthquake I'm just gone. So that's something I just do need to be very, very cautious of, and that's why I've gone for that particular strategy on a 50-50 chance. But yeah, that is what I have got for this week. What am I expecting? I'm expecting Zero Aura Darmanitan because they can just tear through the team. Nidoking is a really good option here. Gourgeist is a really good option. I don't really have too many things to deal with it very, very well. Melodic, I would expect 100% of the time. And then kind of the next 4 mons, Slurpuff, Talonflame, Steelix, or Hydreigon, I can see any of them coming in that slot. Hydreigon's actually relatively good against my team, so I could see that coming. Steelix is also pretty good, so I can see that as well. Slurpuff, I'm not running any Steel or Poison, but I do have a Steel and Poison type, so, you know, I think it just depends on what Vulpix decides to go for, but hopefully we come out with a win this week, because we do still have a chance to playoffs. We do need to more or less win out the season, but if we can get a solid win this week, we can definitely hit the chance for playoffs in a really good stride. I think we're currently like 9th in the rankings. And if we get a good win this week and someone else loses, then we can skyrocket out that league. And if we get another win next week, again we can just skyrocket, and hopefully, you know, win. But yeah, that's going to be all for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.